What is up, guys? Flame here. What I'm going to be doing for you today is making a video on my 2018 DLC wish list. So I'm just going to go over some ideas that I have, some stuff I'd like to see in the game, DLC concepts, stuff like that. So yeah, let's just get straight into the video. So we're probably going to get about 3 or 4 big DLCs this year. That's sort of what they did last year. We'll get big ones. We might get a small one. I don't know. Lately, it seemed like Rockstar have been staying away from the small DLCs. They've been staying away because the big ones are where the money's at. It's like buy this and buy that, and you need a facility to get this. So they're really trying to stay in the business DLC type concepts. But anyways, here's my point. So let's say they do 3 or 4 DLCs, right? Alright, that's cool. Here's what I want to see in those DLCs. I would like to see, for the first one, this is going to be like a tuner DLC. And a lot of people, this is number 1 on my wish list. A tuner DLC, where they add a lot of the cool tuners into the game. Now, I'll get into what cars I would like to see here in 1 second. But before I get into that, I want to throw this out there. They better make the DLC cars good, performance-wise. Because tuner cars should be able to compete with supercars. That's why they're tuners. Like, the cars I'm about to start bringing up, if you sink money into them, they can all bang with supercars. So they should make it so when you make these cars Bennies, or they should all be Bennies cars where we get mad customization. I don't want Los Angeles custom tuners. That would be dumb because you don't get much. I want all Bennies tuners. So yeah, but anyways, they gotta make them good. In my opinion, the Skyline should have been in the supercar class, and they should have made it faster. Because I look at it like this, alright? It's a Nissan Skyline. It's based off of the R33 and the R32. It's like a mix between them, and a little bit of the R34. There's one hood in Benny's that you could put on it that's like an R34 hood. So like it's a mix between all 3 of the Skylines, but mostly the R33 and the R32, but just like the hood is based off the R34. Anyways, off topic. What I want to be saying is they made it a sports car, and it wasn't even the best in the sports car class, and it should have been a super. They made Sultan RS a supercar, which is based off of the Subaru 22B in real life. Now, it's a 2-door late 90s car that was actually, not many were made of them. There wasn't too many of those cars made. It was definitely a rare car. They actually, for a real 22B STI, they actually go for around like 700,000 or 800,000 in real life. So they're not cheap, and they're definitely, something that's expensive. But in the game anyways, they made it a supercar. And then they made the Skyline a sports car. But it's not even that. I mean, it's good in the sports car class, but it's not really, as fast as the other cars. In my opinion, they should make the tuners a lot faster and give them the respect they deserve. So, that's what I want to say. I wanted to make sure that they add everything properly. They tend to add cars that are really good concepts and that are real nice, but they don't make them fast enough. I get that the Turismo Classic is real fast in the sports classic class, but it should have been in the supercar class, and it should have had better performance upgrades. Or you know what I mean? Like it should have been buffed better. Because let's face it, it's based off the Ferrari F40, and that was a very dominant car in the 90s. And I think it could still hang with the new cars. That's just me, but it should have definitely been in the supercar range because it's a Ferrari F40. It was built for racing on the track. That's what it was designed for. But anyways, I just wanted to get that out the way. There's a few others, like the Nightshade, which is based off the, 68 Camaro, I believe, or like 71 Camaro. it's around that time frame, which it's Camaro, and a lot of people use them on the drag strips, so that should have been quicker. But off that topic, the cars that I'd like to see in this DLC, I would like to see the Toyota Supra 4th gen, so the Mark IV Supra with the 2JZ engine. That's the one that I'd really like to see. It's such a nice car. Now they do have to make it look like the Supra, as long as they add everything right, and they gotta make it fast, because they're just like the Skyline R33 and, you know, R34. Just saying, throwing it out there, because they have the REB26 engine. So yeah. Anyways, my point is, they need to make them fast. In real life, you could build those cars to have over like 1,500 horsepower. I've seen 1,700 horsepower Skylines and Supras. If you have the right amount of money, you could. Another car that I would like to see is the I'd really like to see the, what else would I like to see? I want to see that one car, which is the Supra. I like to see a second generation Eclipse. Now they already have a 4th generation Eclipse in the game called the Penumbra. Well, they can make it the Penumbra Classic, although it has to be a lot faster, because that Penumbra, they made it do like 80 miles an hour topping out, which I understand, but like, maybe, you know, like, I understand a little bit, it's not as fast as the supercars, obviously, but they should not have made it that slow. Now, I could see them adding in a second gen Eclipse and making it crappy, because that's what a Rockstar does. I have a second gen Eclipse in real life, and let me tell you, those things look sick. If you ever seen Fast and Furious 1, you would know that the Eclipse was in there too. That's actually what inspired me to get mine and build it, was watching Fast and Furious 1. Brian had that green one in the beginning where he had all the NOS and blew it up. But anyways, the orange Supra was also in Fast and Furious. But I just respect the Supra as a car. I don't even like it just because of Fast and Furious. I mean, the Supra got the 2JZ in it. I'm a car person in real life, so I take tuners very seriously. That's what I live on. But yeah, if they had a second generation Eclipse, it should definitely be well put out. They should add a lot of customization. Hopefully they get the sound correct, because like I said, I have one in real life, and if it sounds different, then I mean, or they don't make it sound good, I'm gonna be like, damn, well, they made my car shitty. But I've seen, you know, I don't know what the highest horsepower Eclipse is. I know a lot of people get their Eclipses to around 800 horsepower, but I did see one guy on YouTube with 1,100 horsepower Eclipse. That was second generation. Yeah. So I did see, you know, a nice one, and like I said, it was 1,000 horsepower. So it's not as fast as a Supra, but you gotta understand, if they were to add a GST in real life, the GST has a 4G63 engine, and then so does the GSX. So it could go either way. They could add a front-wheel drive one or all-wheel drive. So that is one thing. They'd probably go with the all-wheel drive one. Just imagine Rockstar, because the game really sucks with front-wheel drive cars. If they make it front-wheel drive, it will suck. In real life, front-wheel drive handles pretty good. In the game, front-wheel drive, you go to hit a turn, and it just smashes into the wall because they didn't program it right or something. Like they make the cars not even handle good. They just make them like slide into walls and stuff. Like they don't turn well. And if you don't believe me, there's a few cars you could test it on. I forget the names, but just look for a front-wheel drive car. There's a few. Anyways, off the second gen Eclipse, I want to see a Nissan 240SX, because I really like those. They're really good drifting cars, and hopefully they develop that good in the game. I don't really have anything to say, but it's a really nice tuner. Now, one more thing I'd like them to, or a couple more things. I'd like them to add a regular GTR, not you know, we already got the R33 GTR, and we already got the old GTR, that's a non-Benny's. I want us to be able to take the LG RH8 and make it to a brand new 2017 Nissan GTR with all the Benny's modifications. Because right now the interior is nothing, you know, same interior from last gen, and you know, it doesn't sound the best, because on last gen they didn't really put a lot of thought, you know, into the car sounds, and I mean, it sounds okay, but And you know, maybe a speed buff would be real nice, because it's a GTR. It should definitely be a supercar if they throw the new one in, because you can get the new GTRs up to like 32. I've seen people with, you know, 3,200 horsepower GTRs. So I mean, yeah, and they have the dyno test reports to show it. That was in real life. So they should definitely, if they do develop and put the GTR in the game, they should, if they put the GTR in the game, they should just make sure that they make it a supercar. And of course, the customization is always nice, because, you know, it's a GTR and we want good customization. But that's just one more thing, one more car on my list. I also want to see a Mazda RX-7. I couldn't forget about that. The Mazda RX-7 has a rotary engine in it, which is pretty nice. And, you know, just RX-7s are real slick looking. And when I say RX-7, I don't mean any body style. I mean the body style from Fast and Furious. Now, I'm not super into the RX-7, so I'm not sure what body style that is. I'm not sure if it's like 3rd gen, 2nd gen. I'd imagine it'd be like a 3rd or a 4th gen, maybe. But yeah, I really think that an RX-7 would be cool, because those just have so much that you can do to them. I mean, the RX-7s are just so nice. But yeah, so that's really it for that. I mean, a couple other cars I'm not going to really get too into, because I'm trying to get on to the next list, and every time I get stuck on a topic that I like really like talking about, I get real in depth, and it's like, get yourself together. So a couple other cars I'd like to see, these are just mentions, is a 350Z, a 370Z, and Mitsubishi 3000 GT VR4. I would also like to see a Benny's Charger, because a lot of the muscle cars in the game are definitely underrated, you know. So we should get a Benny's Dodge Charger. I'd like to see the Shelby GT500. We have got no older Mustangs yet.
Are you still up?
Yeah, I'm up.
What are you doing?
Making a YouTube video.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Did you make a new one?
No, I'm making it now.
I'm throwing this down here, just ignore it. It was wet, soaking wet.
Alright.
And I thought I would hang it up here, and then I looked and it's yellow, so someone peed on it.
Our dogs are horrible.
Alright, I'm gonna take an hour now.
Alright, that's cool. Love you. I'll see you when you get up. Anyways, back to the video, guys. I'm just gonna keep that in there because that's cool. Alright. And those are just some honorable mentions of tuners and muscle cars I'd like to see. You know, we have yet to see a Shelby GT500 or any old Mustang, for that matter. You know, just stuff like that. There might be more, like the GTO Judge and all that, but another day we'll get into all that. Next DLC concept. I am so sorry it took me so damn long. Wow, like it took me forever. To get past that topic, because I like it so much. So what I'd also like to see is, I'd like to see a Mansions DLC, because the Mansions DLC is straight awesome. Like, think about this. We should be able to get mansions, fully deck them out with whatever we want. I'm talking indoor pool, a pool table, which is different, you know, shooting pool with the stick and all that. You know, I'd like to see all that come into play. Those are all nice, you know. I figured maybe a basketball court. I might be getting a little carried away here, but they could, if they did all that, which would definitely take time to make, people would buy it. They would make mad shark card sales, because it's not like any of the houses we have in the game. Like, even our biker club, we got darts, which darts are okay, but they're nothing special, you know. They're just darts, you know what I mean? Who just sits there and plays darts? So there's darts, that's one, but I don't like that. We got arm wrestling, which is really boring, and you just spam the analog stick to win, so that's nothing cool. There might be some other stuff. I don't exactly know what all there is. I know there's like golf, tennis, but yeah, like I said, some basketball, some pool, and an indoor pool that we could invite our friends in to swim. You know, all that could cost extra, of course. We should be able to customize the interior and stuff, like all the interior. We should be able to pick what couches we want. Even if it ends up being like a $40 million house, that's cool, because you could grind your CEO to make that money, or you could buy shark cards. So it's like a running out of money. I keep buying shark cards. Like, I don't know, but I grind a lot too. No, I don't want to autosave. Anyways, yeah, that's really it for that. Just a nice mansions DLC, you know. We already got yachts and Maze Bank Tower and stuff. Nice, cool mansion. Like, they can make like the Playboy Mansion and stuff, but that's another DLC I'd like to see in 2018. That'd be cool. You know, get more designer clothes and stuff. The third thing that I would like to see would probably just be like, I don't even know. I mean, mansions is pretty much like my list. Mansions, a nice car update. I mean, all that would be cool. That's really all I'm thinking. You know, maybe they could like do an update where like they tweak the cars and stuff. I don't know. Nah, they probably won't do that. I don't really have any other DLC concepts. I like tuners. That's on my list. Yeah, I mean, here's what I could say. Maybe they could do something like this. Alright. What I want Rockstar to do is make an update where they fix some things. Now, obviously, tuning cars' performance they're not going to do because they set the cars how they wanted them and they're keeping them that way. Unless it's like a car that is like bugged out or something that they want to fix down the road that's like overly fast. That's the only thing that they're going to go back and fix. They're not going to make a car that's overly slow. Tweak it. I mean, usually they don't, at least, because the Nightshade was a total letdown. It looks very clean to drive, but if your friends pull out cars and you pull out a car, you're kind of beat. But I'd like them to add special crate drops back. I remember GTA Online was so hyped back in 2015 and everything. Whoa, what's this? I don't want to do that. I just want to steal the plane. It was so hyped back in like it was like more like 2014. They added the Independence Day DLC, and then they offered these special crate drops, and you could get beer hats in them, and then they took advantage of that, and you know, they added t-shirts from then on. There was a t-shirt and a beer hat crate drops. You can get the Statue of Liberty t-shirt, but they ended up, like, I made videos on this before, so I'm not going to get too in-depth, but a bug happened in the game where people would just log on after the All-Gotten Games 2, and they'd log on after All-Gotten Games 2, and they would just have every beer hat unlocked in the store or something like that. So even the Blarneys and the J Lagger. I don't know if Rockstar did it on purpose. They never admitted it, but I think they did. I think a lot of people were complaining about bringing crate drops back, and Rockstar wasn't wanting to bring them back, and then you had other people complaining that the J Lagger and Blarneys was never in the game, and then you had other people complaining that they didn't, you know, it was just, the beer houses were a big complex, so, you know, Rockstar was probably just like, screw it, you know what, I don't even care, we're just gonna let this bug in, we're just gonna throw this in the game, say it's a bug, that, you know, and they you know, a lot of people, then that kind of just ended beer hats, really. I mean, there was glitches and stuff to get them too, and a lot of people were getting the J Lagger and the Blarneys by modding, so, I mean, in a way, the beer hat things kind of fell, especially with them adding it on last gen. I mean, you had mods coming in, you had glitches, then them totally ruining it with the bug, supposedly. So, but yeah, maybe they could, like, add big crate drops. We can get new t-shirts. I know we get these t-shirts, it's like, log on this day and you get this. But there's so many people that log on a day on GTA, it's not even cool. It's not like, oh, I got this t-shirt. It's like, you know, I might wear that, you know, it looks alright. You know, it's more like that than anything else, really. I mean, in my opinion. Because it takes no effort. It's just like, oh, log on this day and you'll get this. They need to bring crate drops back. Maybe this 4th of July they could add new beer hats. There's many beers that they didn't get in the game. So if they added new ones that was a challenge to get, you know, there probably wouldn't be glitches to get it right now. Because, I mean, they could make it, you know, unique so there wouldn't be glitches to get them. You know, there's a few. I think I went over it in one video back in a couple months ago. I like went over all the beer brands in GTA saying what beer hats they could add. It was like, there's one like called Carvesca, and there's other stuff, but they could add new beer hats that is actually a challenge to get, you know. That'd be cool. And they could add new special t-shirts at the crate drops. Take advantage of that, because special crate drops were so fun. Having a whole lobby, I couldn't imagine. I mean, I could, because I did it. The last time crates ever dropped was the Festive Surprise of 2015. That was on PS4. They re-added, like, they had all the beer hats. They gave them, like, in crate drops. They dropped them for everyone, but that was, like, right when PS4 came out. Like, after that, they totally, like, discontinued. You can't even, special crates don't even drop anymore, I don't think. I'm pretty sure they totally stopped that. But, you know, so that was the first time on PS4 that they ever had crate drops, and that was the last. They took it out after that, but they added beer hats, and then they did a couple days where it was like go on. They had like the Vivicus tee. They dropped a couple other T-shirts, you know, just for that. But yeah, they could re-add it, you know, give us new T-shirts, and it would be so hype, you know, having to go and battle. You know, we got 30-player lobbies, you know, it was super hectic. So having to go battle over, you know, that crate drop with 30 other people, and I would guarantee at least 20 people are going for it, or 15, you know, at once. So, I mean, and, you know, that's just guaranteed. That's not saying, you know, most likely, you know, you might get a whole lobby going after it. But, there's just a lot, you know. Those crate drops really brought a lot of fun, and it was like, oh, I got it, oh, you know, he's getting it, you know. It was just like really cool, you know. Those are the good old days. That was when there was something to work towards. Now it's just like, buy this, buy that. The mighty dollar is getting everything. But like I said, there's all that, and one more thing I would probably like to see is them to make the mechanic not such a douchebag, and him actually bring your vehicles for once. You know, that wait time shit, so dumb. I hate it. I hate the whole wait time concept. I really do. That wait time stuff is for the birds. Like, I legit, like, I can't do it. It's like, wait time for this, wait time for that. It's like, wait 4 minutes. Like, no, like, I want to get my car now, you know? And Rockstar has a wait time set, which maybe it's for dupe glitches and reasons like that, but it's still like, I don't care. I don't want there to be wait times, because we can call our motorcycles anyways. So it's like, what? We can call our motorcycles, you know, really quick. Why can't we call our, you know, our cars? They gotta add some type of, like a, I don't know, a luxury mechanic or something. Maybe it's like if you own Maze Bank Tower, they could like add an attachment for Maze Bank Tower that you can pay like 400 or 500K for. You get the luxury mechanic. I have no idea, but it's something, you know, like that. I'd really like to, you know, see that. Luxury mechanic would be real nice. I'm trying to think. I mean, sorry, I'm like thinking in this video. I should have had it all written down, but you know, I don't do that. I'm flame. I just go on with what I remember, you know, from what I thought about before. And this is it. This is everything I thought about. I thought I'd have more as the video went on, but whenever my Tuners Outlaw DLC idea, I went over my mansions. It's 2 things on my list. Those are real 2 big DLCs. They gotta add all those retros. I wouldn't mind a retro NSX actually. I just thought of that. The old ass NSXs, like the 90s ones. Those are pretty dope. A Fox Body Mustang would be cool as well. It's another car, Fox Body Mustang. Yeah, I mean, there's more. You can leave other cars you want to see in the comment section. Those are always welcome. I'll let you know how much I'm feeling them. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot, you know. The mansions would be real big, especially if they added everything I wanted them to add. And the Tuner Outlaws would be real big because, you know, it's all tuners and that takes time. If you made them all Bennies, they gotta add a bunch of modifications for them all. So that'd be 2 huge DLCs. I don't really know. I mean, That's pretty much it on my list. I mean, maybe someone else has a list of, you know, something that they want to say, a DLC concept in the comments. I can't think of anything else. I went over everything. I mean, I guess a mall DLC would be cool. I could probably add that. Because I just thought, looking at this mall right here, I just thought about how cool it was to go in the mall in Vice City. Now, if they had a mall in GTA, you know, in GTA 5 online, you know, I just missed 2 whole DLC concepts that I wasn't thinking. I had to use the back of my head. I was like, wait, let me think of something that's, you know, that I'm not thinking of. So I thought, and here we go. So what I want them to add is, you know, mall DLC, because the mall's pretty cool. You know, you get to go in there, they get out of ammunition in there, you can do all your shopping in there, a couple clothes stores. Maybe they could add a Mark II thing in there. I don't know, the pressure or Mark II weapon ammo. I don't know, the mall could just have a lot. Maybe you could start eating there. I don't know, that's weird, but you could eat in the mall, like buy stuff to, you know, it'll fill your health up, like in San Andreas. They could have like little food stands and stuff in the mall, like hot dog stands. Another thing I'd like to see is Bahama Mamas. I actually don't even know what is the use for that, because I completed the whole story mode back on PS3, and I did it once on PS4, and then I got a new PS4, and I'm like 15% done with story mode, so I'm not that far. But I've Trevor unlocked and all that. But like I said, I completed it 100% twice, and I don't ever remember Bahama Mamas taking part in story mode at all. So why was there that one glitch back like 2 years ago where someone would push you with the fire truck and it'd glitch you inside? Why is there even a full out decked out interior? Or like, what are they planning? Are they gonna add it, or is it just there for no reason, or what is it? Like, I have no idea. It wasn't on PS3, it was only on PS4. Like, were they gonna add it and was like, no, or are they gonna add it like later on? They're gonna be like, oh, or is it just one of those things like that's gonna be unused, untouched forever, that they don't care about? I don't know, maybe they're waiting. Maybe they're gonna add like a luxury update, mansions, nightclub. Maybe it's gonna be like one of the final DLCs, like mansion, nightclub, where they add everything. But yeah, maze, or a mall, a nightclub, mansions, Tuner Outlaw DLC, those are all DLCs I'd actually like to see. And that about fits 2018. Sorry to make this long ass video. If you've watched the whole thing though, I really want to thank you, because I know it probably got boring at times. And with all that being said, this be your boy Flame signing out. Just write Flame in the comments in all caps if you watch the whole entire video. Just write Flame in all caps, all capital letters. Write Flame in the comments if you're still watching. Thanks guys. It's your boy Flame signing out.